centuries later is when our story begins.
How is it that I might help you?
Farlo Bastaya!
Cut them apart! Break them! Ratuskit! Barvardo!
All right, there we go. That must be it, and we must be us. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
This is Quelmar First Class, and we're back with session 5. 5 sounds about right. Yes, session 5 of Quelmar First Class, year 2. We're back here with the awesome players, minus Rachel. Rachel is traveling right now and won't be joining us this evening. And this will be a short session anyway, because we have Quelmar Community Business, the first ever Quelmar Town Hall, and Rachel is our Rachel is our, like, what is she? The Quelmar social media liaison person. Bless you. She's also that. So yeah, we have a town hall meeting coming up. So if you're part of the Quelmar community, come and join us for our first ever Quelmar town meeting on the Discord server. And need any info on that, I'm sure we could find it somewhere down in the Twitch chat here. Okay, awesome. Let's go around and meet everybody, and then I'll do a quick recap and get us up to speed on where we're starting session 5. So, Bree, welcome back, and can you introduce yourself and Finola to us today, please?
Hi, I'm Bree Shear, and I am playing Finola, who is a high elf who has a penchant for any and all weird magic.
Nice. Any and all weird magic. That is a perfect way to describe who we would be transitioning to would be Grand Mush, because she is any and all kinds of weird nature magic. But let's just go with any and all kinds of weird Ace. So now, can you introduce yourself and Ace to us today?
Yes. Hi. My name is Nell. They them. I am playing Ace Grimes. They them. Who is, as the name suggests, grimy, feral, little deep gnome divination wizard, who is known as the Chronicler and the Chronic Liquor. Runs the Cathartic Chronicles, the underground school newspaper.
Yeah, Bree, you missed a few things last week.
The licking, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Chronic licking. Yep. It got wild here in Catharta. So speaking of going wild, let's slide over to Erica. Erica, can you introduce yourself and Morcella to us today, please?
Yeah, I'm playing the half-orc druid Morcella. Specializes in mushroom magics, smelling bad, and throwing big old punches. Both of us use she/her pronouns.
Smelling bad and throwing big old punches. That feels like it should be on a billboard somewhere. Awesome. So, speaking of, you know what, I'm smelling bad and throwing big punches. I don't see that when I think of Francis. So let's just go antithesis of smelling bad and throwing punches at all. Francis. So Jeff, can you introduce yourself and Francis to us today, please?
Sure. Thank you so much. I'm Jeff. He, they. I'm playing Francis. She/her is a high elf bard from Julespar, who is a showgirl there, and now she's at Cathartic Academy to learn how to break things less and fix things more.
Nice. Oh, very nice. And maybe Francis can fix our broken heart because Grandmush isn't here, but we will push on nonetheless. All right. I'm Kyle, he, him, and we will be, let's see, we're going to be progressing from where we stopped last time. Though I am going to pull us back in the timeline just a moment, so that we can more easily transition Bree into today's session. So a quick recap of what happened last week. Our party got to play a game in the Loft, which is the cafe, the evening cafe above like the cafeteria here at Cathartic Academy, and it's only open in the evenings. And there just happened to be this school year's first first appearance of a game that students like to play called Wizard Gizzard. And Wizard Gizzard was a game where we have this strange apparatus that's kind of like a funnel, and we put these little orbs in it, and we charge the orbs up with magic, and they shoot across the room. And each player at the table tries to use this funnel device that looks like a wizard's gizzard. I don't know how that is, but that's what the book says. So they shoot these orbs across the room, and when the orbs hit in the bucket, they get a point. And there was a heated event as we not only tried to win the game, which we did, which actually we had places 1 and 2, right? So it was Ace in first place, and who was in second? Was it Francis?
Me.
Yeah, Francis.
I played Wizard Gizzards, and I totally know the rules now.
Yeah, if you need to know the specific rules, Jeff and Francis both are experts now. So you can
I played it regionally in middle school.
So and it's really weird to see gizzards as middle school players. It's strange. But so we did finish first and second place with help from Grandmush, who was morally supporting our players, Ace and Francis, and then we had help from Morchella, who was heckling the NPC players, which first round worked really great. The Loxodon, the elephant, anthropomorphic elephant person, Rampart was one of the NPC players, and Morchella managed to distract him very well. But after transforming themselves into a mouse and making a scene, they were yeeted across the playing field by one of the other fellow NPC players, and Morchella turned from mouse form back into Morchella and was kind of laughed off the stage, if you will, and taken, escorted to the front door. After the event, Ace was rewarded a bag of tricks, a gray bag of tricks. And bags of tricks, as some of you may know, is a magical item in D&D that when you reach in and pull something out, you'll pull out a little fluffy ball. And it's random what you pull out, and it's always an animal.
The greatest.
Throw the fluffy ball. What did we have? We had with a rat, right? Was your first pull out of the bag?
Yes, our buddy. Oh fuck! Did I write the name down, or was I a jackass and I didn't? Was I smart?
What? Yeah, check it out.
Let me check in my treasure section. That's where I would have written it.
Let's all consult our single brain cell we all shared. Remember this rat's name.
Mac Von Squeakers the Felonious.
There we go.
I sure took notes. Mac Von Squeakers the Felonious. He's getting his own wiki page.
Sweet.
Mac Von Mixed Squeakers.
He's probably got his own campaign coming eventually too. So
Tales of Quomar, the Return.
Yep, follow the Tales of Quomar for that.
This is what the buddy cop game will be.
That could be. It could be Morchella as the mouse, and was it Mac McSqueakers Felonious? Not sure. But those two as the buddy cop rat and mouse duo. Stay tuned. Maybe it's making its way to Paramount Plus. I'm not sure. So anyway, as we concluded the game, all of us were going over to meet with Morchella because Morchella was physically escorted because she was caught cheating out of the game area and over to the front door of the tavern, and was told, like, look, you're out tonight. You're done. You're not kicked out permanently or anything, but you cheated. One person slyly remarked to Morchella, was like, thought it was cool, but we got to do what we got to do. We got to kick you out. And as the rest of the party after the event has gone over to meet Morchella at the front door, the licking began. It turned out that Morchella had some kind of weird ink stuck to her hand. She couldn't quite remember where it came from. Didn't feel it until like textually she touched something with it. And of course Ace had to investigate, and what better way to investigate some strange, possibly deadly substance than to lick it. And then it got stuck to Ace's tongue. Ace licked Francis's face. Now Francis has an ink streak on her face. And then Grandmush was sure, yeah, whatever, and held out her hand.
Look, there's a reason Ace only has 2 friends so far, and one of them is Steven. They're not very good at making friends. They haven't figured it out yet. Ace is me in middle school, is all I'm going to say. Did I lick people in middle school to make friends? that will remain unanswered. But spoiler alert, yes, I did.
I was gonna say, I think you answered that question.
Yeah.
Uh,
The mere mention of it is definitely admission. So yeah, we had all this, but Finola, who hadn't quite joined us at the loft yet, she said, "I've got some stuff to do, and then I will meet you all at the loft." Finola has now shown up right as we're all gathering at the entrance here. So I'm going to redact a little bit the whole Steam thing starting last night, or starting last week, rather, at the end of the session, just to give Finola a chance to mesh with the group real quick. And then as we're standing here, a thing happens. So Finola, let us. Oh wait, do I have end music here, right? I'm sure I have end music. So let's get some end music popping here. There we go. So we're at the end. We're at the entrance of the loft. And for our viewers here, oh good, I wasn't going to show up there for a second. Awesome. This is the loft, and our players are down here. Finola, if you can drag your icon on the screen, go ahead and do so. If you can't, I can get one on there for you. But we're down here at the entrance. We've all met back up.
sorry, I think we're on the big school page.
Yeah. Thank you. Excellent.
What a beautiful page it is. This one's nice too.
The lights flicker on the big page, and that's nice, but it's not where we're at, because we're in the loft. Finola, we are, for your reference, we are down here, and I guess I can kind of zoom in a bit. We're standing right here at the entrance to the loft, and for right now, everything is going on normal. The event's just over, and people are gossiping and laughing and having a great time. Finola, as you enter the entrance of this upstairs cafe, this night cafe here in Catharta, you see that, hey, all your friends are standing right inside the door, and all of you see Finola finally catching up and missing all the Wizard Gizzard stuff and the ink stuff. What would you all like to talk about?
Do you want me to lick you too?
You know, I think I'm good.
Oh, so you're gonna ask her permission?
You want a panic lick. I asked everyone else's permission. You can't blame me for a panic lick.
Okay, good. I'm the victim of your panic then.
The ye old panic lick. Finola, you as Ace is trying to tell you this, you look around and you see that each person in the group has like blackish green tarry looking ink on them. Morchella has it on her hands, like her fingertips, and Ace has it on their tongue, and Grandmush has it on like their hand, and Frances has it on her face. And you're looking around, they all have this ink smeared on them.
I just got it in with the theater people, and I get ink on my face.
That's how oh man, it's gonna make things tough in the future. And by the way, for those of you watching and for those of you playing, might notice I finally got up your house sigils on our overlay.
Yes.
Each of you has your appropriate house sigil for the house you chose. So, and very nice clap for Jeff, as they are amazing. And even though they might look small on the screen at the moment, they are absolutely glorious, and they will make it into the curated Chronicles of Quelmar book. Yeah, I was trying not to, say it like that, and then I had to manually put it together in my head. But yeah,
the amount of brainstorming that went into that name,
yeah,
and then meld right away.
Yeah, all the panels and all the the behind the scenes thinking, and yep, that's where we got. So, okay, now let's zoom in here. As all of you are meeting up, and Finola is like, nah, I'm good. I don't need any of that stuff on me. We're good. All of you managed to catch up with each other, and are you guys trying to explain to Finola what they missed?
We have a pet. Meet Ron Mac McSqueakers. Ron Mac McSqueakers with Felonious. This is a magic rat friend. And they're a very good buddy.
So Finola, I'm not sure if you quite got that, but there is a decently plump-sized rat on the floor that gives you like a salute. Magical rat sitting on the floor right next to Ace that salutes you. After Ace, magic plump tongue tries to get the words out.
Ace, is your tongue swollen? Do I have to worry about like this side of my face swelling up?
I don't think so. I'm just being a drama queen. Sorry about that.
Okay.
People pay more attention to me when I'm being a drama queen. It's a long ingrained habit.
I trust I don't have an allergy to stuff.
Oh my.
You're looking okay so far.
Where'd we get the rat from?
The bag that Ace won for the Wizard Gizzard game.
You know,
I came in second.
That's right.
Yeah. So Ace shows you their magic bag, and as they're showing you their magic bag, you hear a scream come from inside the loft. And let's just turn away from that right now. And the scream is from the person who does like the line cooking at the loft, and you see them dive over the counter, which would be right here on our map. Yoink. They dive over the counter away from the cooking area that has like a cauldron and cooking utensils and food and such in it. They dive away, and you see this cauldron, the lid like plops off of it and lands on the counter, and all this big rush of steam begins to plume out of the cauldron, and tendrils of it begin to kind of wiggle away from the cauldron and start to form into steam-like creatures, small steam-like creatures, which I think everyone here would know would be mephits. They look like a mephit. Mephits typically look close to the same. They are elementals, and they're pretty well known. You probably would have learned them in your first year of studies here at Cathorda. They're pretty well known and pretty easily manifested if the proper conditions meet, but they should not be here in Cathorda. And as a handful of steam mephits float out of the cauldron, the bulk, the orc gentleman, cook, and proprietor of this, not necessarily proprietor, but the person who runs the loft at night, he is called the bulk, and he rounds the corner, is like, what is going on here? And immediately sees the mephits and begins to, oh shit, begins to run over and try to stop this situation. The students, for their part, who have now completed the whole gathering after the Wizard Gizzard event, begin to, malinger over in the general direction. I'm going to move their little icons, but, let's just, they're on tables and shit, but they're not actually on tables in there. Just going to make it easier to keep track of them. So as everybody begins to come over and see what's going on, all of you see the steam, these little steam creatures begin to fly out of this cauldron. No one seemed, other than the bulk, no one seems to be jumping in and trying to stop this situation from progressing. Is there anything all of you would like to do?
Are they
jumping out of the cauldron?
Attack yet? Because
yes,
behind the counter.
That's what I would like to do.
I mean, we don't have to necessarily get involved. It does look like the one person is going over to.
This looks like a real
to try to,
here. We're not running from
get the situation under control. But there is a person in danger. The girl, the cook, who was a student. I mean, most of the employees around campus are students, with a little bit of oversight from staff. But the student jumps over the counter and is in direct danger of being attacked by these steam creatures.
Can I use my thorn whip ability, but can I remove the thorns from it? So I just pull.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with your adept nature in with nature magic, then yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I do need to hit, I think, or I'm good. Oh no.
or not hit.
Oh, that's a big boy. That's a very big boy.
They're a little.
Oh,
they are.
They're little. It's like the Michelin Man from Ghostbusters.
He is the state puff is come here, shown up. I don't know how we got rights to him, but he has shown up here. They must have been cooking with marshmallows. Nope, just a few of these little fellas who are little, but that is the default size of the token. So that's what we got. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mislead.
That's so funny.
There we go. Okay, so now we have little dudes coming in here. And they're just kind of all pouring out of this cauldron, which we'll say is the sink on the map, because yay, that says cauldron. As they're like honing in on the cook, who is now, she's backpedaling, fleeing for her life. What is the range of Morchella? What is the range of your thorn whip? It's either 15 or 30. I can't remember.
It says
30 feet. Yeah,
30 feet.
So
Okay.
how close would I have to be? 1,
6
2,
spaces
3,
away.
4, 5, 6. So I'd have to get up close. 1, 2, there-ish, probably here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it and shout, "Grab onto this!" But I got a nat 1 to hit, so
That's perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
something nice happens as you Indiana Jones your thorn whip up in the air behind you, and you flick it forward. The thorn whip goes up, and the girl reaches out for it, and it goes like really wide past her and wraps around a basket of apples, and you yank, and the apple basket comes completely towards you and slides across the floor, landing perfectly in front of you. No apples spilt whatsoever at your feet. The girl is like still sitting down on her butt, kind of trying to crab walk away from these creatures, and looks at you like, really? Yeah, and that'd be it. Is anybody else doing anything?
sorry, I
Yeah.
tried.
All I can think to do, I'm gonna cast dancing lights to try and distract them, so the cook can escape.
Ooh, okay.
That's nice. I was gonna cast Mind Sliver at one of them.
You can do that too.
Yep.
You're so much nicer. More polite.
I'm not nicer.
You're
I
a
just
real
got
lady.
nothing left. I can't hurt these things.
Okay, so dancing lights. Let's put
Make a wall of them in front of, between them and the cook.
how about we put just you know what? I have mage hand here. We can just put a bunch of little mage hands. Why not? Bloop. It's probably gonna show up big too. Not sure. Oh, there it is. It's not too bad. Okay. So you create create a handful of dancing lights that appear up, and you put them right in front of the creatures.
Yeah. As a bonus action, I can move them around. So when I try and like spin the dancing lights around the methods.
Okay. Okay, so we want them to go around, so kind of encase them.
Yeah. Make it look like some kind of barrier.
Okay. All right. So you're swirling the dancing lights, trying to start beginning to like manipulate the dancing lights to swirl around the methods as they're progressing forward. Okay. Graham Mush is slowly moving forward and is kind of peering around Morchella, trying to look. She talks over your shoulder, Morchella, to you.
Do you think we're going to need all those apples, dear? Or do you think we should save the people first?
That was so good. That was such a good Rachel.
Grandmush, I am trying here, okay? I'm doing my best.
That's fine. At least you didn't spill any of them. That's important.
And that's going to be Graham Mush's turn. Just trying to speak with Morchella and assess the situation, because she's confused on why Morchella would be hungry for a basket of apples at this point. Okay, and let's see, Finola, what you've just arrived here, and they're like, everybody's explaining to you, oh, we won this contest, and everybody, it was pretty exciting, and look, I have a rat friend, and then you hear screaming and shit's popping off, and now there's what are they called? Methods. There we go. Now there's like these little elemental creatures flying through the air. What would you do in this situation?
I want to help, but I feel like Finola I feel like what I'm doing might not be helping. Is the next problem. So I'm gonna do flaming sphere, even though I'm pretty sure this building is quite flammable. So
Okay. Okay. No, it's a perfectly legitimate thing. Yeah. If you can't what better way to stop steam than to dissipate it with fire? I mean, yeah,
yes,
it
sure,
very well might work. Okay. I need an icon for you.
yes.
We
I
never
don't.
did get proper any like placeholder image for you, but if you could find any picture on the internet at this point, I will slap it in there for you. But for right now, I am sure I can come up with a flaming sphere out of my actually I'm not even gonna go into my token folder. I'll just pull it off Roll20. I'm sure Roll20 has one in my paid Meduji. All right, so fire. Just type in fire. And everybody loves fire. I don't want to say it. All right. Oh, that's cool. I could have put a little flame guy. Nope, I'm getting distracted. Attention. Attention. Warning. All right, there we go. Let's just go with this. This is a flaming spherical shape. There we go. All right, so where would you want to put this flaming sphere to start? Like, where do you want it to manifest?
I would like it to manifest right here.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Now that you can do that. We'll just put it right there. Okay. As you conjure this sphere, this flaming sphere, right in the middle of these steam things, the two of them that they're directly by it, you see like half of their bodies begin to just kind of dissipate as their condensed steam is unable to hold form under such heat right next to it. You can also use, I believe, your bonus action to kind of roll the sphere around if you'd like, and in one direction until you hit something. So you could pick like one of these two creatures to smack it into if you'd like.
Yes, let's move my right. Yes, let's move to my right.
Okay, right here.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage for your flaming sphere.
Cool. That's 2d6. Do they do a dexterity save / do they have dexterity?
Yeah. They'll do a dex save to try to half that damage as soon as I pull up.
Okay, cool.
Their little statty block here. Okay, so I'm gonna +1 on that.
Why you failed me?
Oh no.
Oh
no! Okay. Well, luckily.
So much dexterity for smoke.
Yeah. It's doing backflips over the ball, and it's well, luckily with the initial impact and this and you smashing the flaming sphere into it, at least this one, the other one doesn't fade away, but at least this one, the rest of it, and you hear as it fades away. Okay. And anything else for Nola?
I don't think so.
Okay. Ace, is there anything you'd be doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna yeet I'm gonna go heading up in there.
You gonna lick them?
20, 25, and I'm gonna can't get close enough to lick this time, unfortunately. What is my range on Mind Sliver? That's 60 feet. Am I 60 feet? I think I am. I sure am. I'm gonna toss a Mind Sliver on that one on the left. He has to make an intelligence save and throw, please and thank you.
Okay.
I thought you had a frog tongue with like a 30-foot range.
I fucking wish.
Let's see here. That'd be a...
Pull a frog out of the bag.
Okay. Just barely.
Beats it.
Ekes it out. Okay.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, you come up and you try to mentally attack one of the creatures, and they just don't seem to get the message. Doesn't quite make the mark.
Doesn't land. Yeah.
They're their minds a little foggy, a little steamy, Okay. Francis, is there anything you'd like to do to react to this situation?
Yeah, I guess use my bonus action to keep spinning the dancing lights around them.
Oh, you did.
And then through my main action, whichever one of the steam creatures close to the cook just shouts like, "Get away, you overblown fart!" and cast Vicious Mockery.
Nice. Okay. No need to cast that because my apologies. I forgot that you used this first turn to cast the dancing lights.
Okay.
This is still on the first turn because now I'm going to give like the NPCs a chance to do shit.
I'll hold my overblown fart action then.
You're holding overblown fart, and which is not a spell that I know of, but you know what? It's a great remark nonetheless. So as you're holding that distraction, you're spinning these little lights around. The bulk. Actually, I should look up what his actual name was. Right. The bulk jumps over the orc cook, jumps over the counter, and starts to try to push these steam methods out of the way. And as he like slides the first one to the side, you hear him yelling, "Ah, you dirty son of a beep, 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 beep." And he's just starts going off at these creatures, not really engaging with them, but he doesn't censor himself. But I'm just doing it because, all these fantasy swearing words, I don't really know them, and I didn't get with him beforehand, so he didn't teach them to me. Son of a fluff. I don't know what's going on here, or flump. Sorry, flump. But he begins to try to like push through these steam methods, and he lunges forward. The bulk lunges forward and grabs the cauldron lid and slams it down on the cauldron. When he does, the cauldron shuts, and the steam that's pouring out of it, that also seems to still be slightly tethering these creatures, is cut off. And the creatures all dissipate. And as the steam methods disappear, dancing lights are still kind of around, no longer highlighting these steam methods. These flaming spheres still sitting there, right on the ground, burning. Not burning anything yet, unless you Finola would command it to. But as everyone begins to cheer, all these people over to the left begin to cheer. The young girl who was working as the line cook stands up and is like wiping her brow, and everything begins to calm down in the loft. As everything calms down, the bulk walks over with his burnt. He now has burns, like second-degree burns on his hand.
Oh.
But he's more concerned about the girl, who gets up and walks over to the counter and is talking to him. Everyone else seems to go back to their own business. They're kind of watching to see if there's any craziness in the aftermath, but no one seems to be getting involved.
I want to eavesdrop on this conversation they're having.
Okay.
See if they mention any pink powder or anything.
Oh, okay. Ace, you want to walk up to the cook and the waitress? Is everybody else
I'm
coming?
gonna walk over to this seat and take a seat and act like I'm doing something else.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not talking to him. I'm just trying to overhear.
Okay. Francis, are you keeping the lights up and floating around, or are you doing something else with those?
No, I'm gonna fly him over to me and catch him, then dissipate him.
Okay.
Be showy with it.
Just pull them over in your direction, and then, I about killed Marcella. I'm sorry, Marcella.
Oh yeah, my dancing lights are deadly.
Okay, so you start pulling them over. Francis, are you going up towards the cook and waitress as well, or are you staying back? What are you doing?
I'm gonna sit on the opposite table from where Ace is.
Okay.
So as I catch the lights and just sit down exhausted, because I'm out of spell slots. What good am I?
No problem. Oh, you're still very valuable. Don't let anybody tell you different. You got this. You got this.
Thanks.
So we will. Let me toss Finola's image in here real quick. You can see where she's going. Morchella. So after this whole shit shakedown, like I told you guys, it's not going to be a. It wasn't planned to be a big encounter thing. Very easily squashed. I just wanted to give you all around to possibly, see what you can do. Get rid of any of them, all of them.
None
Acts
of
of
them, you know.
acts of heroics and whatnot, or none of them. Yeah, or stand there and just laugh. I mean, the agency was up to you, and you chose to at least try to react. So, Morchella, you see Ace and Francis walk up and both take seats. What would you be doing?
Who's this giant lady?
That is Fanola
Yo,
of
what a
the,
smoke show!
of the Storm Giants. There we go.
She's just gonna kind of sit to the side, kind of hidden, actually, maybe behind one of these bookcases. Are there bookcases or those benches?
These are all benches here. The bookcases are way off on the edges of the room.
Yeah, she's gonna like kind of sit. She's still embarrassed from earlier, so she's gonna kind of sit in the corner of a bookcase and be as least visible as possible. Maybe like pull out her notes to see if she remembers learning anything about methods.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I guess do an Arcana check to think about where they came from.
Yeah, so you can either do like try to mentally go through your stuff in your head, either Arcana or Nature, or you can look through the bookcase and see if you find anything. Though this is very casual reading here in the loft, but it's your choice.
I'll do Nature.
Okay. Morchella, as you're over here trying to stay out of the way, you do remember that methods can be manifested, but it's not something that just randomly happens. It typically takes either a spell user or a place where the elemental plane kind of crosses over, which would not be a cauldron. Like that would not be a some kind of rift to the elemental planes here. So
like would it be like a holy place or something?
No. The places where it would cross over would be like basically rifts or portals in certain places, not random in a loft. It would be a place in nature.
Okay.
So more than likely, this had to be created somehow.
Sure. All right.
Fanola. As everybody begins to scatter, some gathering information, others pondering on what's going on here, what would Fanola like to do?
I would like to. Well, I guess I should get rid of the flaming spheres before,
Oh, okay. Before he bumps into it. Okay.
I would like to investigate the pod if they'll let me.
Okay. Well, let's have you walk up into this conversation and see how that goes.
Okay.
So Ace, you're keeping an ear out to to catch what's going on in the conversation, and also Fanola's part in it. Also, Francis, you're keeping an ear out as well. Grand Mush seems to be sitting here with her hands on this basket of apples and kind of looking around to see if anyone's going to claim them. Because she would enjoy an apple right now after such a stressful day. And Morchella is doing some research and kind of staying out of the way, staying out of the eye of everything for right now. Fanola, as you roll up, you hear the cook and the we'll call it waitress. She's not a waitress. She's a line cook, or I don't know how to put it. I'm not great with restaurant lingo. But anyway, she handles like the short order stuff out here, and he does the main cooking. I did have names for them in the kitchen. Let's see here. Curdy. Her name is Curdy. There we go. Her name is Curdy, and his name is, we're gonna call him the Bulk. He's actually got a full name. Tulk Tusktooth. But everybody calls him the Bulk because he's just a big orc dude who can wreck shit.
Tulk the Bulk.
Tulk the Bulk. Yep. So you come up, and Tulk and Curdy are having a conversation. Tulk is cradling his hand. You can see that his skin is boiled and blistered, and he's holding his hand. And he's like, "The hell was that all about, Curdy?" And Curdy's like, I'm sorry. I don't understand. I came back to the pot. There was this stuff on it, and I was looking at it, and I was trying to examine it. And next thing I know, the lid popped off, and these creatures came out. And sir, they were trying to kill me." And Bulk turns around, doesn't really notice you approaching, Finola. But Curdy does, and she turns to you, and she's a student as well. In fact, she's also a Cyrec student, so you might have a class or two with her, but you guys aren't friends per se. But you do know of each other. And she'll say, "Oh, hi, how are you, Finola? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you feel in danger. This is my third day on the job. I'm very sorry."
No problem. If do we know what happened? Like anything like that? Like why little steam babies came out of nowhere?
Oh, I don't know. Just like I was telling Tolk, I came back over and it looked like somebody did something with the cauldron, and before I got to even like check it out and see what was going on, the lid flew off and these evil creatures came out, and I'm pretty sure they wanted to eat my hair. I don't know what their motives were, but it was, oh shit, Finola, it was bad. It was really bad.
Eat your hair.
That was just a guess, just a first guess. Yeah, I don't know really what they wanted, but that was my guess on what they wanted.
If you open the lid again, do they come back out?
You would have to ask Tolk. The lid's on right now. I don't know. He's a bit sensitive right now. You see his hand, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, that makes complete and utter sense. I would be too. Quite frankly, I'd probably be a little bit more than this. But I mean, it sounds like someone maybe played a prank on you or something.
This is a bad prank. I could have died. And Tolk got hurt. He's probably going to have to go to the infirmary.
Okay. It sounds like somebody wants you dead.
She gasps at that very notion. And as she does, Tolk turns to you, Finola, or turns to both of you, and he slams down this cauldron on the counter in front of you. "Well, Curdy, is this the shit you were talking about?" And he points at the side of the cauldron, and the cauldron is smeared around the lip and the lid with smear marks of a blackish green inky liquid.
Like what's on their face and everywhere else?
Yes. "All right, who fucking did this? Who did this? Who started this mess?" And he holds up the cauldron for all the students to see. "Who has this shit on them?" And you hear,
"I'm pretty sure Marcella had it all over her hands."
Who said that? She's gonna look around.
Okay, make a perception check, Marcella.
Okay. Oh, I'm very perceptive. God damn, but not right now.
You can tell that it came from the crowd over here, but unsure who said it. In fact, whoever said it sounded, wow, surprisingly pulled out my inner Pinocchio from Shrek there, but sounded very like they were disguising their voice.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, someone yelling from inside the crowd over there.
She'll walk over.
Marcella!
Okay, look, here's the stuff on my hand, but I don't know where it came from.
The bulk immediately walks over to you, holding the cauldron, looking at the cauldron, looking at your hands, looking at the cauldron, looking at your hands. "You, how could you? I made sure, shit, what's his name? Calvin had soup for you the other day when he was sick."
That's our deal. Calvin and I are buddies. Anyway, I couldn't have had time to mess with the cauldron. I was heckling in the game. Everyone saw that.
A person steps forward out of the crowd, walking over towards
Oh
all
no, it's the hot one. I was scared it was the hot one. Tragic.
Bulk, she's telling the truth. She was heckling.
Yes, hot one.
But I think somewhere between her transforming into an animal to cheat the game and possibly get people hurt with her cheating, and her leaving the play area, she managed to cast a spell on that cauldron somehow.
What?
I don't know exactly what I'm sorry, but you're just a cheater. You're just a cheater. And what
Yeah, but I was gonna mess with the cauldron. Why would I draw attention to myself as a mouse? Also, mice are harmless. How am I gonna hurt anyone as a mouse?
What if someone was scared to death from you being a mouse?
What?
What if they're afraid of mice? Don't you know that Rampart is a loxodon?
That's
you
racist.
Surely must have thought of that. You surely must have thought of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bulk. I'm sorry. I don't mean to step on your toes here with this investigation, but clearly her and her friends, look at that one. She's got it on her face. They must all be in on it. I bet the little one has it on them too.
It's on the face. I licked her. She's not involved.
No, don't you want to ask me how it got on my face? Ace already answered.
I did. I was a little confused as to why you were asking, as if the entire crowd didn't already hear me say.
Yeah, I just weird that you're like embracing that. It's like, yeah, I licked
Is that weird? Is that not a
face.
thing you're supposed to do? I wasn't aware.
All comes out from
Steven,
around
are
the
you
counter.
here? Scratch that part. Scratch the part about me licking people. I don't know if Steven is still around, but I'm talking.
Yeah, Steven's gone. He's fucking.
I'm gonna continue talking as if he's around.
Smartest one of the group, Steven Bale.
He comes out around the counter holding the cauldron. Let me take a closer look here. It taps you on the shoulder, Finola. Listen, you might want to stay away from these folk. We know you're a hero. I watched you take out some of those steam animals. You might want to stay away from them. It seems like trouble's coming. And then he walks over to Ace and holy shit, I almost said Finola. Ace and Francis. All right, let me see. Where all do you have your evil goo stuff? So you have it on you have war paint on your face. Where is yours, Ace?
Yeah, where is it, Ace?
I put my tongue out and get right up in his face. Really, my tongue is uncomfortably close to his face.
Okay. His face is 6 feet up, but
I'm gonna climb on Ace's back. I'm gonna climb up, or like Grandmush. I'm climbing on someone's back to get all the way up.
I'm not sure you're supposed to be. Okay, go ahead.
And Grandmush will allow you to climb up their back and
I'm just sitting on top of their mushroom top.
He holds a cauldron in front of him and looks at your looks at your tongue, and looks at him, looks at Grandmush, and Grandmush is like,
mine is a temporary tattoo.
And he's like, oh, all right.
I'm dying.
So all of you were doing what with this stuff before you put the magic in the cauldron? Is this an
is this cauldron?
Is this an
This is
Ocean's 11? Is this an Ocean's 11 situation?
No, it's just a normal weekly Ace applying tongue to my face.
Listen,
I would definitely like to vouch for her friends.
Finola, there's no reason you should fall with your friends. Someone
Right,
could have
except
got
none
hurt.
of us should be fallen. No reason for anyone here to fall, period.
Okay, then
Don't
where
you have
did you
zone
get
of truth or something?
Where did you get that? I don't know how to. I'm a cook. All right, Ace. I'm a cook. I can zone of zest and spice, but that's about it. I can't zone of truth.
I'm taking notes on every word here. This is an unfair trial. No justice, no peace. I will be writing an expose on this.
No justice, just zest.
Just
Justice.
Holy shit! No justice, just zest.
Oh
Wow.
my god!
That's an article right there. No justice, just zest. Damn, it writes itself.
So
People.
good,
Like,
Erica.
The
so
Chronicle's
good.
gonna sell out this week. Yep. No justice, just zest. This is not a trial, Ace. I'm just trying to figure out why my employee almost got murdered and I definitely got injured. And the only lead I have is those covered in the same vile substance of the perpetrator.
Well, if you have an idea what the substance is, like, do you know, like, what it would be called or how I get it off of my face?
Who slapped me?
Who slapped you? Have you been drinking, Marcella?
When I was a mouse.
Who slapped me? There's another article. When I was a mouse, who slapped me? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the event?
Yes, wait. The people in our party would have remembered because they were watching, right?
Would they?
Grandmush would remember. Grandmush has an excellent memory.
I have a halfling on my shoulders, and they're very
Kicking my little feet over the side.
God damn it! It was not the Loxodon. It was the other person. Nora?
Was it Nora? Could it be Nora? I don't even know the fuck Nora is, so maybe.
I don't remember the person's name. I'm making shit up.
Don't worry, I make shit up every time we play this game, so you're in good company.
That is just all the mood, Kyle.
Yep. Maybe. We'll say contestant number 3 is actually I remember what token they were. It was da 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 doop, boop. This one. This was the other. It was Rampart, her, and you. Rampart comes forward. Folks like, let me see the other contestants. All right. So you're saying, Morchella, that this young lady over here slapped you and put this surely damning evil ink on you. And then you...
I don't know where the ink came from, but it was somewhere between me being me and me becoming Mouse.
Why did you become a mouse? I'm pretty sure that's not in the Wizard Gizzard rules. Heckle.
Heckle.
I heard she cheated.
Who said that?
You know, it's a gray area.
So a cheater with the damning liquid on your hands, and you're saying your team, not an infiltration evil team of evildoers, but yet unfortunate souls that let you smear the ink on them after you committed the crime. Those people are innocent, and it's just you?
What? No. Oh, listen. Something got ink on me. I think it's one of those contestants or someone in the crowd I landed in. And after I was dragged out, these people I was in detention with were like, "What's up with your hand?" And they rubbed it all over themselves.
That is not what I did.
You hear an audible gas. You hear an audible gas from the crowd. They were in detention. Did you even know they had detention? No,
and I'm not gonna do anything to get into detention again. It was awful.
Badasses. I know, right? Quiet down, students. Quiet down. All right, Francis. So you're saying that this story is not true, that Morchella just told?
At the very least, the part about getting it voluntarily rubbed on me. And that was all Ace is doing.
I
Ace
really,
is very
I
friendly
really
with her
have
tongue.
learned an important lesson today. I apologize, Francis. Clearly, this has deeply upset you, and I wish I could retract my behavior here.
I just want to figure out. I want to help however I can to figure out what this stuff is, so I can get it off of my face.
Okay. Calm down, everyone. Amidst us, we have an asshole this evening. I think that's what they call villainish folk. Anyway, someone's an asshole. It's probably Morchella, but Morchella may have accomplices who are also semi or full assholes. These people have been mocked.
This is unbased.
These people have been mocked. I'm watching. I'm telling the director. All of you, not you, Finola, not you, you're a hero. Fights a Grand Francis.
They're innocent. They're innocent.
Oh, you have
weird,
such a big
but
heart.
innocent.
Look, I applaud you for your bravery and for trying to protect your friends. You're a pillar of this community. Thank you, Finola.
So what if Ace licks you? Are you going to report yourself?
Why would I allow such a tiny person to lick me at the scene of a crime?
They don't ask for allowance.
That's true. Villainous. Villainous. We have villainous folk in our midst. All right. All of you need to clear out tonight. Clear out. I will pass this up to the director and I'll let them handle it. I'm sure they'll do something like detention.
Before we
Everybody-
clear out, can I do another perception roll?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just saying what he's saying. You don't actually have to clear out yet.
Do I recognize anyone in the crowd? I got 11. Like
Okay.
from last semester.
Man, your rolls are just going boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, they go down.
Downhill. From last semester, as in what?
Like, so I'd be looking for the little dwarf, Greta? No.
You scared her off earlier, remember?
And then there was Chad. And then
Okay. Chad graduated last year, though coincidentally Chad is back. Finola knows Chad. Chad is a TA now for Cyrex.
Chad's not here.
Yeah, Chad's not here.
Okay, so no one that I would potentially have beef with that is someone I can recognize in the crowd.
Correct. Yeah. These are all just random students who some of you guys have classes with but don't talk to. There's no one that seems you would have beef with in this crowd. I mean, unless you create beef. If you want to beef with somebody, that's fine. And just go.
I think I've made enough today.
Okay. The students begin to file out. The random NPCs begin to file out of the five of you. I don't know what to say. I'm very disappointed and injured as well. When I'm kind of pissed off and I have to go. The insurance here is really weird, so I don't know how it's going to work over in the infirmary. It's just. I'm just very disappointed. I'll let the director handle this shit. You all need to leave. Go on. And the bulk just kind of like waves everyone off.
We're innocent until proven guilty, by the way.
Of course.
I don't think we're getting a fair trial here.
There's not a trial, just a personal opinion of an injured party.
Your opinion's wrong.
all of you are, if you're willing, are going to leave the loft as the loft is closing up early for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Fly loft.
Wizard gizzard my ass. Yeah, the little rat. What was the rat's name now?
Mac Von McSqueakers the Felonious.
Yeah. On the way out, Mac's like,
That a boy. Proud of you.
Flips that at the bulk. And all of you leave the loft and they lock it up for the night. It's Saturday night here in Catharta Academy. All of you are tired, spell slots all used up. Some of you a little bit injured. And all seem to, all except for Finola seem to be implicated in some kind of crime that you, as far as I know, haven't committed. Is there any conversation we'd like to have before you guys disperse and get a night's rest and we pick up on a nicer day?
Well, I just want to say we're obviously being framed and we've got to stay in it together. We've got to look out for each other, look after one another to make sure we get out of this pickle we find ourselves in.
What if we just go, we send you to lick everybody, so if everyone's guilty, nobody is.
Francis, I've really burned a bridge between us, haven't I here? You're not letting this one go.
I'm here trying to make genuine suggestions because I don't want to get detention again.
Why? It was kind of fun.
Yeah, being covered in gunk and having to fight multiple things. No, thank you.
We got to hang out. We got to meet each other. I count that as a win.
That's the only good part.
Oh, well, thanks. I'll take being the only good part.
The other good part was the halberd. even though I didn't do too good with it.
Oh, you looked pretty impressive holding on to it though.
It felt cool until the end.
Until the end.
So,
Also, we left it. If we get detention again, we can go get it again.
See, now you're thinking like a real scoundrel.
No, there's no promise that we'll even get that same punishment again. It'll probably be something else. They're probably
Okay,
sending
well,
muck to some other part of the academy.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. The not the burn bridge. That one clearly I'm gonna have to build like a little raft or something to sail across to ya.
You could lick the bridge too.
you could
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'd learn something from it. I don't know that we're getting anywhere. Does anyone have a quote for my next article that's going to be coming out about this whole shenanigans?
Grand Mush is sitting out when you guys are outside the loft, standing out on the campus grounds. Grand Mush is during this conversation is holding a basket full of apples, and she's eating one, and she's.
Would anyone like an apple?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach. I'm still sitting on top of her, so I'm gonna reach down and like take one from above.
Good. She hands an apple up to you, completely, just praising over the fact that she just stole all these apples, but it was a rough evening.
Same. Good for her.
It was been a rough evening. Okay. Is there anything else we need to touch on before you guys go back to your dorms and go to sleep?
I'm gonna have a glove over my. Well, I'm just gonna wear 2 gloves. I'm not gonna do the Michael Jackson thing. Yeah, I'll have two gloves.
Okay.
I don't want to spread it.
So you're gonna put gloves over. You're noticing, Morchella, even as you like putting the gloves on, you're noticing the. I'll put it in terms I understand. Transference rate of the ink is seems to be lessening. So as like time goes on, it's drying up, it's solidifying. It's not. You get a little bit on the inside of the glove, but just by putting it on, but barely. It's not like it was whenever you first were messing with it like 20 minutes ago. So all of you should notice that as well. It's kind of caking up and basically like face paint. You get it at a carnival or something. It's all caking up and starting to dry. As all of you head to your rooms, wondering, with the exception of Finola, who is totally in the clear here, but all of you
somehow
wondering, yeah, you mentioned. I was wondering. I'm like, are you gonna let the ink get on you at the beginning of this, and is that gonna affect anything? Let's see. As all of you go back to your dorm rooms and go to sleep for the night, wondering how you're getting mixed up in this whole shenanigans, yet again. The night passes and Sunday passes. Sunday for whatever you decide to do for your last day off of the weekend, we'll leave that up to you. We're going to kind of do a little bit of a time jump here so we can get a little bit more further in the grand scheme of things as far as the timeline. So let's jump to let's do a quick mini jump to Monday morning. Monday morning, you're all called to see the director in the General Studies Complex, which is not hard because you all have your one class together, which if I can look up and see what that is. Does anybody remember?
Dragon worshipping?
The dangers of
the dangers of dragon worshipping.
The dangers of dragon worshipping.
Thank you. So you all have dangers of dragon worshipping together, but immediately after the class, you are called to see, or not necessarily called to see, but we'll say the director is waiting outside the class for you. So, bless you. Director Vanileth is waiting outside the class for you, and he doesn't look happy.
We're not happy to see him either.
So, what is it this time? Let me hear your side of the story before I go and do anything.
Well, we're being framed. Most specifically, Morchella's being framed, and the rest of us happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So all of you are being framed. Of course, you did something wrong before this.
Well, yes, Morchella tried to cheat, and then was being framed, and then I licked Morchella, and then I licked everyone else. So really, it's my fault we're all tangled up in this mess.
Okay, so you're telling me that Morchella's a cheater, and that she
sorry, Morchella.
convinced you to join her cheater group to do what?
None of the above. We haven't discussed if we're part of a group yet. I'm really hoping they'll all join the school paper. As of the moment, we are individuals being individually maligned here. I really think Morcella's being maligned, and we're all just kind of falling in that shadow. But we stand together in this shadow of malignment.
Look at the mark on my face. Does this look like the type of the glow-in-the-dark mark that comes from a heist?
Shit. Sorry, Jeff. Point to make. For the most part, the stuff on you guys has gone away.
Damn it.
Maybe a very small trace amount. Like at 15 minutes, it was hardening. At an hour, it was like you could scrub it off if you were really hard. At a day, it's mostly washable off.
Okay, I would have scrubbed that shit off as soon as possible.
Okay, yeah. With a good scrubbing, this stuff was after it hardened was coming off. It's not anything crazy. It's just some kind of ink. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I just know from Talk and the others that I've questioned about the situation is that all of you, with the exception of Finola, dear, you can go if you'd like. You don't have to be here. If you want to stand with your friends and maybe give me another perspective, that would be fine.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay.
Well,
before I continue,
appreciate you. We respect the sort of loyalty. If you have any interest in joining the Cathartic Chronicle, we will be very interested in having you.
Damn it, Ace! A pitch? Really? Right now?
Sorry, sir. You can just send me back. I'm not gonna fight this. Detention's fun. When else will we get our bond in time?
All right. Well, I don't know what else to do. All fingers, ink covered or otherwise, point to the four of you being involved in this.
Involved
don't know
in
what else to do.
what? I'm still lost what the significance of the ink is. I don't even know what it was.
I'm not even the right kind of magic user to summon that stuff. Look at me. This you saw how I tried to thorn whip that person. It was awful.
I didn't see any of that, but Marcelli, you're all very gifted. I wouldn't put it past any of you to be able to be resourceful enough to find that. Your competency was never in question, and Francis, you as well. Finding a way to summon methods is not that difficult. The problem is when people get hurt. If it was just a joke, that would be fine, Marcella, but people got hurt.
Yeah, but why would I stick around if it was me?
You weren't stick around. From what I heard, you were ejected from the event for cheating.
Yeah, and then I came back. If I'd set up some kind of monster trap, I would have been like, okay, bye.
Why would you come back if you didn't?
Happens.
Why would you come back if you know you weren't supposed to be there and nothing was going to happen?
Well, the game was over. And I wanted more soup.
I don't have time for this. I really don't. I don't even have time for your detention, to be real. How about this? I'll do to appease those who are injured during this situation. I will give you a light detention. Finola, if you're willing to help in this situation, which isn't that bad, then by all means you can jump in, like Steven did. God, he's not around, is he? Okay, good. I don't want him volunteering for this. All right. The Yule seasonal dance is coming. Right after oh God, what's the test? Holy fuck. Midterms. There we go. Right after midterms, the seasonal dance is like 2 days after that. I need bodies to help set up, clean up, all that jazz. Guess what? I found my bodies. All of you are going to help me run the dance.
That sounds like a reward. Is this supposed to be a punishment?
Yes, it is a punishment.
Yes.
Well, I'm honored. Thank you for the opportunity.
No.
You can't participate, Ace. You can't dance at the dance. You have to help run the dance and keep everything going according to
Well,
plan.
that is just a shame. I feel like I'm really good at dancing and I really love dancing in front of people. So it is just darn, what a great punishment. I can't dance. That's such a shame. I was really looking forward to dancing all my best moves in front of the entire student body.
Yep. Damn, if I didn't have a 19 in charisma. Maybe. Maybe. All right, well, that's great. I'm glad you're all whatever. I have to give something. Yes, Morcello.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. This is great. This is the greatest news I could have gotten.
Hypothetically speaking, if I did try to hurt a bunch of people by putting something evil in the soup pot, why would you want someone responsible for the dance and coordinating potentially the food for the entire school, a culprit to do that? I'm just
Food for the entire school?
spitballing.
Hell no. No, it's just setting up and tearing down equipment
Oh,
for the
damn it.
dance. Yeah, we're not going to put you in charge of any food. We've already seen how that goes. So no.
I got a really good mushroom risotto though.
I believe you do. And
Where
the
do
next
the
time
mushrooms
that you
come from, Morcella? They're not the ones
You know,
growing on your body, right?
I know that's Grand Mush.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Mine are in my room.
I like
Shrooms, nice.
very organic.
All right. Well, anyway, that's not for a few weeks. I don't have anything for you right now. Nothing's come up. So you shame on you for being involved in this. And yada 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 disciplinary speak verbiage insert here. I don't know how to fucking handle this.
I
Yes,
really enjoyed
Morcella.
this little meeting,
If-
sir.
You know what?
If we prove ourselves innocent, can we not? Can we not go to the ball? Can we just
Sure.
skip it? Okay,
You know what?
cool.
If you can prove that someone else did this, then yes, you don't have to take your punishment.
You know what?
Ace looks horrified at this suggestion, deeply upset.
I'm fine helping. Okay, I wasn't planning to go anyway, and it would have been weird going along. So I'm fine helping if it's like a way of participating.
Good. Like good. Whether you guys approve or not, it's gotta happen. I have to do something to appease the wounded. And if you should happen to come across irrevocable proof words of someone who the culprit, right? Because of course you weren't caught with the substance on your hands.
Yeah, for the record,
if you can
agreeing to
find
help
that.
is not a confession of guilt.
So you agreed to help?
Yes, I will help, but it's not a confession of guilt. 'cause
Oh, I
didn't
thought
do
you meant
anything.
agreeing to help Morcella taint the cauldron. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
agreeing to help with the dance.
Okay, that's fine. Look, I get it. All right, antics can get a little out of hand. I'm not trying to, be super pissed off here. I just have damaged people, and I have to make someone accountable. And all the fingers point at you. Everyone who I've talked to who was there said it's probably you lot, especially Marcella. So, I gotta do what I gotta do. Sorry, witnesses. Trial. Ha! We don't teach law here for a good reason. I fucking hate it. But hey, you know what? That's good. I'll see you all at the seasonal dance, and good luck with midterms.
Thanks.
The
Thanks.
director moseys off and
salute
leaves
him.
you all in the hallway right outside, right inside the general studies building, right outside your Dangers of Dragon Worshipping classroom. Is there any conversation we'd like to have in a group before we go out?
Wait,
and
so you
finish
all
our-
really want to go to the dance and dance in front of people? That's really something you want to do?
No,
No.
Or at
I
least
wasn't
eat the
going to go.
food.
I think we just want to not have to be there at all.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I think
So-
being there will be really fun. We'll get to watch everyone else dance and, imagine what it's like to
It sounds like a date thing, and it'd be weird going without my fiance. So I'm just going to skip the whole thing.
Francis, I have
Fiance?
several questions. Number one, how old are you?
Number 2, fiance.
Why would you ask that?
Because I can't tell whether we're supposed to be high school as a college students, and one of those makes it much weirder if you have a fiance.
Yes, I'm the proper age to be here. I'm like only like 120.
I don't know what that means.
Also, who's your
are you like
fiance?
16 or are you like 22? If you're 16, you shouldn't have a fiance yet. I can write a reveal article about the unhealthy marriage habits.
I'm like, it's perfectly fine. All right. He's in Julespar.
I'm old as dirt, and no one said shit about me being in relations.
You deserve all the relations ever. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, dearie.
All right. Well, if you all really don't want to work, I'll help figure out who's framing us. Also, I guess I'm curious.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so we have a case that Ace may be on, as well as other people. Bazinga. So we leave Monday morning's class, and let's zoom a couple weeks ahead, if we will. Ace, during this time, what would have been over the course of, like, let's say the next 2 or 3 weeks after you've been issued the detention, midterms are coming up, and the dance is right after midterms. Like next week is the midterms. Still, what would have been your processes? I don't know. What would have been your process of investigation to try to figure out over the course of the last few weeks who is framing?
I would want to figure out the few people I remember being there. I want to see who else they remember being there, and try to put together a guest list, not a guest list, but a list of everyone who was there, and then I would want to be conducting one-on-one interviews with all of them.
A list of suspects, maybe?
Suspects.
Yeah. Guest suspects. Yes.
Guest suspects.
Yes. Yeah. You inform them, invite them with a formal invitation, make them feel like a guest, and then when they get in there, bam, hammer them like they're a suspect.
Exactly.
All right. Let's gather a few. Let's hammer a few role play moments in here. Okay, so you managed to rally up somewhat of a list of random NPCs. Most of them said, "We didn't see anything, though we saw Morchella get kicked out of the game. It was pretty funny. We thought it was cool. Did you guys really get detention? Wow, that's badass.
Yeah, once a month at least.
Yeah, we heard you you all teleported one of the professors into, some kind of nether realm. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool."
Yeah, that's us. We did that.
Okay. So that'll circulate back around. So anyway, you're questioning people, and you get to actually make an investigation check. I'm going to see how many good sources you found.
That's something I'm kind of good at. I really tried. I also put together I'm sorry I licked you gift basket for Francis, but Ace doesn't really know how to make a good gift basket, so it's like a wrench and like an apple from the dining hall. I asked Grand Mush for advice, so there are some mushrooms in there. It's just like a lot of random shit I found lying around, and that was a 10, so I'm much more focused on making this gift basket really nice.
Okay. You asked around you to try to solve this case yourself, and you got very vanilla answers from people. It's like, yeah, we didn't know. No one actually saw what happened, or even saw Morchella prior to the attack. Morchella, and prior to smearing it on, you guys doing your thing over by yourselves by the door. Prior to that, seeing Morchella with the stuff on her hand. The only bit of useful thing that you got was when you interviewed the Genasti girl, who was in charge of running the event itself, and she was pretty convinced that she's like, "Look, I know that you had the stuff on you too, but if you're like hanging out with a cheater, they're going to try to bring you in on this too, right?" she probably knew you were going to lick her hands and wanted you to be involved in the situation so that she would have, a fall person.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That I'll take that into consideration for sure.
Her name is, let's give her a name. Vanya.
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 Okay, Vanya the Genasi.
Here we go. Yeah. Third year student, so just a year ahead of all of you. And yeah, I don't know for sure exactly what went down, but I'm pretty sure. Look, if she's willing to cheat and transform herself into creatures and possibly have injured someone else, interrupting the event, then who knows what she's willing to do. And just be careful because she might bring you down with her.
Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it.
So, not a fan of Morcello, that one was. Okay. Other than that, your investigations didn't yield anything too useful. Francis, over the course of the next few weeks, now that you're unmarked, you're just this is gonna be just a general overview because we are going to kind of zoom into people with classes and stuff. Over the course of the next few weeks, no one is really approaching you about the matter. You weren't one of the prime suspects of getting involved in that nasty business, but your Tinker professor does ask, who's your main professor? Let me see here. I think it's Burrabart. School staff. Oh gosh, that's NPCs. Sorry, other school staff. My apologies. I'm in the wrong section. School NPCs. There we go. Okay,
Wrong section.
Yindi Burrabart, Rock Gnome Tinker coordinator. Okay. So yeah, the head of the Tinker house here at Catharta does come to you a week later and just ask your opinion on she hears that rumors going around that you were involved in something that she wasn't given great detail. She's just curious, is this going to affect your standing with the house, or should we reconsider your enrollment with the house?
No, it's I have a friend, Ace. They lick a lot of weird things, and they licked my face. That was the extent of it. Was that I got a mark on my face, and that I guess was some glow in the dark goo correlated with some other thing that happened at the forum. That was all. I got a little bit messy. That was my crime. We don't need to reconsider anything. Please?
Okay. It is not my prerogative to reconsider it myself. It was just something that I was asking you if it is something we need to reconsider. I, myself, in my early years, I found myself in the northern reaches of Eisenhound. And it is true. I licked many things in the northern mountains of Eisenhound, and one was an ice elemental. And you lick the rump of an ice elemental, and it will turn on you so quickly. So, I will tell you, Francis, it is a mistake, an honest mistake. And I hope that this does not follow you through your last 2 years of study, because you are a very promising student, very bright and very dedicated. Your standing within the guild within the house is fine. Just focus on your studies, take your licks where you get them. Ha! That's a joke. And move on.
Thank you. I'm relieved to hear that. There's no place I'd rather be than Tinker York.
You're welcome. Oh, and that angle needs to be 30 degrees steeper. Sorry, not sorry. Goodbye.
Oh. It's like pointing at a project you're working on right now.
Goes to fix it.
The little gnome woman walks away and gives you reassurance that, okay, this may be you may be getting a little hot water with this, but you're standing within the house is fine. They kind of understand. Guilty by association. Someone who's not guilty at all, but has lots of association with this group. Fanola. We'll catch. With Grand Mush, we'll like lump Rachel in next week when she comes back, to see what her few weeks was like. But Fanoa, these last few weeks are a little weird for you. You're the only Cyrex member in the group, and you do get one of the one of the TAs, or I think he's the only Cyrex TA right now. An older student who just graduated last year, and he's come back to help. Right, this is their weird program to try to foster future staff here. And what was his name? I know it was Chad something. Erica brought him up earlier. Let me see if my notes. Do my notes have a Chad in them?
I thought it was Josh.
Josh, I think you might be looking for the wrong one.
Oops, never mind.
That's okay. Although a Josh in a fantasy setting is almost as fun as, Steven or Craig. Like,
Absolutely.
oh, the great wizard Josh. It just sounds so wonderful. Chet. Oh, wow. It's not Chad. It's Chet. Chet Lutris. Assistant professor. Oh, excuse me. Assistant professor of mind magics. So this newly dubbed assistant professor, younger guy, probably early 20s, just graduated last year, has come back, and he has come to you. And he's like, a few days after the incident, are you willing to put this all on the line? Just randomly, like saying this to you while you're in the middle of performing some like weird mind magics in your class.
What all on the line? I'm just doing a spell, man.
I see. And you're doing it fine. You're doing great. Look, you're doing great. Exactly where I was at a couple years ago. You are very promising. No problems with your work here. But your work out there, it's getting around. You were touted as a hero a few days ago, and now I hear that you're hanging out with the bad kids?
They're not bad kids. They didn't do it. And also, no, okay, they're my friends. Yes, we met in detention. Remember that incident where I kind of blew up a lot of stuff? Well, not really. It was just nauseous gas. But anyway, everybody was fine. But remember that? Well, I got detention for it. We met there. They're not bad kids. They're misunderstood kids. And you know what? I like them. Guess what? And they didn't do anything.
All right. I just want to remind you, you have the potential to be in the top 5% of Catharta graduates ever. Just keep that in mind, Fanola. Top 5% ever. You could go anywhere and do anything. Be careful what you risk. Hanging out with those misunderstood folk.
They're just great people.
Great people doing horrible things does not make. Go ahead.
They're not doing horrible things, though.
I heard they got detention again. That's crazy.
Okay.
I've never even heard of anyone getting detention in this. This isn't a high school. We're going to clear that up right now. This isn't a high school, right? This is like college level education here, and people are getting detention. Who does that?
Technically, they were not proven guilty. So, you know what? It's a horrible punishment for something they didn't do.
All right. Hey, loyalty. I get it. I'm loyal to this place. You're loyal to underachievers, but loyal underachievers. So I get it.
This is so rude.
I get it. Fanola, bless you. You have a huge heart and a brilliant mind. I think you're going to do great. Once we get you away from what's dragging you down, I think you're going to do wonderful.
Thanks.
Keep at that. He gives you an elbow. Great job. And totally chumming you up for your work, but is weirdly being passive aggressive about you hanging out with the group that you hang out with.
I'm gonna just mumble like, at least I have friends. And
Oh, that's true. That's true. You've never seen Chet with hanging out with anyone else outside of class. Yeah, it's true. Calling him out on his shit. Nice. Fanoa, over the course of the next couple weeks after the event, and this moment included, was there anything else that Fanola would be focusing on, especially after she's endured people coming up and asking her if she is part of that group?
I guess I'm gonna spend some time in the library looking up like weirdly colored substances, because first we had the pink dust and now we have black inky glue or goo. So maybe something's amiss.
Okay, excellent. Fanola, go ahead and make an investigation or history check. Yeah, either or. You can do either of those. I'll lump history in with your like ability to look up shit like that. Okay, Fanola. Wow, that's you're rocking it. Okay.
The guys love me.
Chet, unfortunately, Chet has got under your skin, and you chose to look up this information right after having that encounter, and dude just got to you, and you're probably mumbling under your breath at the library. Oh, this mother, okay, fine. You're leafing through the books, and your anger is is getting a little best of you, and you just haven't been able to have the patience to find exactly what you're looking for. There's lots in this library. There are tons of books on weird, gross substances, alchemical or otherwise, because magic stuff, as you spend the time trying to figure this out as well. Now we'll zoom up to Morcello. You seem to be the, what is that? The center, the thoroughfare. No, not thoroughfare. The through line. Through line?
Sure.
Yeah. You're like the pivot point here of this situation, and the one who seems to be catching most of the ire from the other staff and students. Except for Alalin. Surprisingly, the only one who isn't being mean to you is the mean professor, is the Snape of this university. Alalin is a dark elf professor over in the Path of the Material who teaches like necromantic nature magics and stuff. And he's like he's a little fucker.
He's a little fucker. Just a little fucker.
So, despite your previous beef with him last year, he's come around. One, because you show promise in your studies, and two, because he understands what it's like to be the fucker. And now you're the fucker, because everybody's accusing you of shit. So let's zoom in. Oh, Rachel's not here. Darn it! I was gonna zoom in on your project. You and Grandmush and Igar. Yeah. I'm going to save that for when you two are here. So let's just see what you did over the last couple weeks, and then we'll kind of do a cool little wrap up from there. So over the next couple weeks, as you're like taking this barrage of judgment from the other students and staff, what would Marcella be focusing
on? She's also gonna go to the library for a bit and read about, I guess like automaton. No. Probably more like method conjuration, because that's more of her domain. Like, how would people go and do it? If they had to put it in a potion or something, what's the deal? And then if she has spare time, she might go ask, like, Francis? Is that, shoot. I forgot.
You're asking what my name is?
Yeah.
Francis.
Sorry. Francis, about if she knows anything about like automatons and I don't know how you might rewire them. Like who knows about that?
Okay. Well, let's do your study first.
Okay.
Explain to me what you're looking for. So, if you're looking for ways to put methods into a cauldron or into the stew, we'll go with Arcana. If you're looking for general information about methods and method manifestation, then you can go either nature or investigation because you're looking through the library on the map. Up to you. So your choice of the three.
I'll do the first one with Arcana because that's more of what I'm looking for. 15, nice.
Oh, okay, nice. You know that that such creatures can be manifested in a few different ways. Alchemical is typically not the way you would see an elemental because you would have known, Marcello would have known already that mephits are elementals. They're just like tiny little elemental manifestations. And you would know that it's not that easy to do them alchemically. It's typically done either creating a portal to whatever particular realm of element that they come from, or more likely it is an item, a magical item, or a tinkered item, right? Or artificed item is created to create these manifestations. So, yeah, it would probably lean towards with a 15. You could probably tell that it's more than likely something that was created to make these things on demand. And should you have had a better chance to examine the crime scene, maybe you would have found something left over.
Right. Yeah, but we probably have an evil tinker or something like that. That's my running theory right now. I should report that to Ace.
Okay.
Thank you, Morchella. You're a real good snoop. You've got the makings of a great PI in you.
You know, let's just pretend I didn't come here. I feel like my association might tarnish the name of the Chronicles or whatever. I'm just gonna go back to the
Please
garden.
tarnish us away. The more tarnish, the better. Whoever trusted a squeaky clean newspaper. I want everyone to see you here.
Oh no!
Everyone to see. Nice. When it all tarnished up. Okay. So you fill Ace in, and Ace immediately goes into action and using the information that you told them, goes into action to change their battle plan on outing this person, this mad tinkerer, and even though it won't get the publicity that the No Justice Just what was it? Fuck, what was the headline?
No justice, just
that. Yeah, even though it won't get the publicity that headline got, but it could still get Mad Tinker or something, get the word out there. After you visit Ace, you said you're going to go talk to Francis because another member of the Tinker Yor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if Francis is taking any classes about like mind control and like thinking creations.
About mind control?
No, just like giving thought to your creations. Yeah.
I have been taking applications of artifice.
That's like okay. So if you wanted to take over the mind of it, that's like a higher level, right?
Take
so
over
in
the mind of
another
your
year.
creation.
Yeah, because that's what the bugs were doing, right?
I guess so. That was more like an outside source coming in and plugging itself in like a virus.
But whoever made that bug must be pretty good with artifice, right?
I would figure. It's like microtechnology. Like I need a magnifying glass.
I've never heard of those. Those words sound made up. But if you meet anyone that can do those things, that maybe get Ace to snoop on them.
I don't know. Steven seemed to know what he was doing around them.
Actually, yeah, Steven was way too informative about that, huh? I've never seen Steven be good at anything.
He was good at repairing that tour guide bot. And like on the inside part, not just the outside part. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's. Is there like a role I could do to know anything else about this?
Sure. You tell me what you would think would be the appropriate role, and I'll tell you if it's legit. What are you trying to glean from thinking about this?
If there's any information I learned in my class, like applications of artifice that had to do with like this microtechnology.
Okay.
That,
Because you have the appropriate class, I'll say go ahead and do an Arcana check with advantage.
okay.
It is in your current course study.
Well, that first roll's no good. Wow.
You're rolling like shit today.
I rolled a 6 and then I rolled a 7.
Okay.
We were not meant to solve this mystery, y'all.
Yeah. Let's we'll just dance around it until we all end up in jail, not just detention. Okay, so
Wizard jail.
That would be a tough one. So Azkaban, here we come. You
I deserve this.
You try to dwell on stuff that is related to what you've learned. You've learned quite a bit in Artifice over the course of what you've gone through this year, but none of it really pertains to something as complex as devices controlling people. You're learning how to make basic constructs, enchant, and basically like animate a fork. Guess you can do like some Beauty and the Beast shit. You can animate a fork, a teacup, that kind of stuff with because you're level 2 at the moment. With some help, you can animate that kind of stuff. That's the basic magic. Now, creating devices that do that for you, you're not quite at that level yet.
Yeah, this is out of my wheelhouse. We might want to talk to Steven about it, though. Because he's supposed to be tutoring me at some point soon.
Steven!
God, this little son of a bitch get into the veins of this. I don't know. Okay, it's awesome. So Morcelli, you do get notice that okay, so Francis is going to keep on investigating, talking to Steven and seeing if he knows anything. Ace is going to be putting the word out, trying to put the pressure on the man who is trying to put you guys down. And Finola, for her part, is in the library studying and trying to help all of you, even though it could risk her reputation or her future doing so. And Graham Mush is still eating those apples that she stole a few weeks ago. And
I stole a few of them from her for Francis's "Sorry for Licking You" basket.
Yep, that's true for the basket. Yeah. Jeff, you had just hopped up to go take a break quick, and yeah, she was Nell was saying that Ace is working on a basket to apologize.
It's not very good. It's got like a wrench and some apples and some mushrooms and
Did you lick all the apples?
some scraps of fabric. Wow, this basket has backfired. No more basket for you.
The apology.
It's a thought. No, I appreciate the thought. Notice I called you my friend earlier.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna cry. See, the licking works.
No. More like
System, the pact is sealed.
No. So with friendship and licking in mind, or out of mind, Morcelli, you walk back from your meeting with Francis, knowing that all these people are really putting it in for you, right? I mean, they might have a minor stake in it, right, to clear their names, but in the end, they want to make sure that you're not getting completely blamed for this, or you're not being targeted by whoever it seems like might be setting you up. And as you walk back to your dorm, back in the Path of the Material, it's a long and quiet walk. You walk into the swampland, and go into your tree hut, which I think I do. Do I have those maps ready? I know I have the maps. I know I have your dorm maps. I just don't know if I have them loaded into Roll20, which is kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. But you go into your dorm and you head to your room, and sleep doesn't take you right away. You lay there for a little while, mulling it all over. And like an hour and a half after you lay down, you're just getting ready to go to sleep. Before your eyes close and sleep takes you, you hear a creaking sound outside your door. and you look over in the small gap underneath your door. You see a glowing pink light, or maybe several glowing pink lights, shine in from underneath your door from the outside. And your door begins to move. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
What?
Drama!
Not the pink lights.
No,
Alive!
Pink lights are coming to me. Shit.
pink is deadly. Okay, gang. Woo, that's it. Let's do a quick wrap up, and because we have a town hall meeting for some of us to go to. Yep.
Minutes.
So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Very much appreciated. Love spending time with these awesome people. Love people being able to hop in on our adventure and spend time with us as well. So let's go around and check in with everybody. So Bree, who are you, and any stars and wishes for this week? Holy shit. Formulating words. Stars and wishes. Bree, what's up?
I'm Bree. Been playing D&D for a while. I don't know. Come to QualmarCon. Yay. Any stars? I did enjoy the vicious mockery that we had earlier. And hopes sorry, I'm gonna say I hope Marcella is not about to get like zombified or something.
Come back next week and she's complete zombie.
Yep.
Awesome. Let's hop down to Nell. Nell, who are you, and any plugs and stars and wishes?
My name is Nell. My plugs are be kind and cool, and my stars are for Erica for the No Justice, only zest, no justice, no zest, just justice, no justice, just zest line, and also Kyle, as always, for the insane NPCs. I'm so jealous of your talent and your voices. And my wish is to go to the school dance one way or another. I would like to be at the school dance.
Well, it turns out that we're going to be there one way or in some capacity. We're going to be there. But depending on what happens here soon, who knows how we're going to be there. Awesome. Jeff, yourself, any plugs and stars and wishes this week, please?
Hi, I'm Jeff. My name is Jeff. Watch System Agnostic. Comes back February 2nd. Continue watching the show. We got a town hall that's happening negative 2 minutes ago. My star for this week is Bree's wise decision to not be licked when given the choice. My wish is that I get some tutoring from Steven at some point. I want to get good at fixing things and making things and learning what 30-degree angles are.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, Erica. Wow, did I skip? I skipped it over in the overlay. Overlay, whatever. So Erica, yourself, plugs, stars and wishes, please.
Yeah, I'm Erica. I joined Quelmar in June this past year. Been playing D&D for about 8 years, and what Bree said, go to QualmarCon, it'll be great. My star is Kyle's representation of Grand Mush. Very good, very on point, good voices, everything. And my wish for next week is to have some really wholesome quality garden content with our favorite animated log.
Nice. Yes, it's definitely going to be an interesting week, and I'm very excited to see where we go from here. I'm Kyle, DM, and stars and wishes for me this week. Star would be the general conversation with the bulk as like this cook of a cafe is interrogating all of you, and it's like a formal trial almost in the middle of this. All your peers are standing next to you. All of you rolled with it so well, and it was just an amazing RP session. I loved it. Wishes are, I wish we I would say I wish that this dance goes well. Yeah, stars, wishes, dreams, whatever it is. I hope this dance goes well for all of you. We shall see, because there's a couple sessions between now and the dance. We have midterms coming up. That might be next week. Everybody, you rested. Everyone rested. So when we come back next week, level 3. Everyone, level 3. All 4 of you and Grandmush, I'll let Rachel know. Level 3. We come back, go and do all your leveling up this week. And
Good sleep.
Yes, yeah, very good rest. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Guess what? Some of us will be over in the town hall that's happening right now. We're going to hop over there and do that. Until next week, have a splendid week, everybody. Stay safe. And remember, keep rolling the dice. See y'all.